Ash Ketchum, someone with lots of Pokemon in the anime. A lot of these Pokemon are really strong, like Charizard, Greninja, Sceptile. These are well known in the audience and for good reason too. But am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, there are tons of Ash Ketchum Pokemon that are really good, but aren't getting the recognition they should get. I mean, this could be for a few reasons. Mainly just because they don't get enough screen time as they should. Oh well, these Pokemon are still really strong and have great personalities, especially 5 of them that I'll be talking about in today's video. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe if you can. Alright, starting with the Pokemon from Sinnoh, but not from most of the series, Weasel. Even upon making this video, I kind of forgot about Weasel, but after thinking about it, I realized it was a great Pokemon. It was traded around the start of the series for Ampipom. I knew it always had a knack for Pokemon battles and showed us this in its first battle. Although not having many moments to shine like other Sinnoh Pokemon, it did have the battle against Marlene and making the Aqua Ice Jet. Personally, Weasel was one of my favorite Pokemon in Sinnoh. I hope that more people like it in the future. In ranking, Weasel will get a 7 out of 10. Continuing with Sinnoh, we have another underrated Pokemon, Gliscor. Gliscor was another victim of just being too underrated, but if you want development, Gliscor is just perfect for the job. Gliscor started off acting immature, always crying and being fragile, but over time matured and became much stronger as well. My favorite moment with Gliscor was when it was falling and couldn't save Ash in time. He threw the shard to evolve it. That was just such a cool moment. From then on, Gliscor was a reliable Pokemon for Ash and won most of its battles. The main reason why it wasn't known as much as it should have, because it didn't have a stellar battle, except for when it went up against Prowl's Drapion and knocked it out clean. In ranking, I'd give this Pokemon a 7.5 out of 10. And the final underrated Pokemon from Sinnoh on this list is the funny but extremely powerful Gible. When people talk about Gible, they usually just joke about it and don't take it too seriously. This could be the case because Gible does look pretty cute, I will admit, and it did came in the series pretty late compared to others. Still, it was a strong battler and had some really great moments. These moments include grabbing Conway's Sheldon with his mouth and just engulfing it with a Draco Meteor, and doing the same to deal some real damage to Tobias' Darkrai with the same combination. It was a strong Pokemon and should be known for having a good win rate and being able to take hits instead of being a funny Pokemon. In ranking, I'd also give Gible a 7.5 out of 10. Thinking about the worst region Unova, we have its best Pokemon, next, which is Crocodile. Crocodile was definitely Ash's ace in Unova, and always was a good choice to fight a battle. From the start, before it even evolved into Crocodile, it still tried its hardest and won a lot of battles. By the time it did evolve into Crocodile, it not only won most of its battles, but won in such an epic way. Now, although this Pokemon was a really great one, it was shafted in popularity because of the series it was in. That's why people only know it for being the good Pokemon in Unova, rather than just thinking of it as a great Pokemon. In ranking, I'd give this Pokemon an 8 out of 10. Finally, in first place, we have the Pokemon that we all knew would be here, Heracross. Heracross was Ash's first and in my opinion best Johto Pokemon. I felt that the only reason why Heracross was super underrated was because it didn't have enough screen time. It was funny to have the joke of Bulbasaur, but it was exceptionally talented at battling. I don't think it's ever lost a 1v1 except for Darkrai, for certain reasons. I'm sure if it got more screen time, then it would be known as one of Ash's best Pokemon of all time. That's why in ranking, this Pokemon would get a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Make sure to put your ideas and opinions down below, and I will see you next time.